Employability skills, class 10th, code is 402. We are talking about green skills, unit number 5. Our role in sustainable development. So, as an individual, as a responsible citizen, and a person in this globe planet, what is our responsibilities? What are we about to do for sustainable development? Our role in sustainable development, what will be our act, how we are responsible, and how we are going to contain this sustainable development. So, first thing is that the way population is increasing and the economic development is taking place, because of this, our consumption of natural resources has increased. Because natural resources are needed for anything what we make, everything what we make to consume. For example, how do we get paper? Without cutting tree, how do we get paper? So we have to cut down trees to get paper. So these are natural resources because we are consuming the paper. We are consuming the newspapers. So these are just because of increase in the population and also the economic development. Along with this, the population has a role. That is, if the population is higher, people are high, or the numbers are higher, they will need more food to eat, energy, LPG, CNG, petroleum, because people will be traveling then. And there are so many things which are economically dependent on them, and they are dependent on economically on them. Water, our body is made up of water mainly. For everything we need water. So when we grow crop, what do? These soil nutrients, they are consumed or they are depleted. For example, if you're growing something, what will happen? Nothing. Say, for example, you are growing anything, grain. Some calcium is coming or some iron is coming. From where it is coming? From the soil. So whenever a soil is used to grow crop, that soil loses its power, its nutrients, its minerals. So it will not be usable further until it gets it back. So this soil becomes unusable. I'll show a picture of that. Now you want to grow something else on this crop. That crop may grow, but the nutritive power of that or content of that crop will not be that. Especially the fossil fuels which we are using. Fossil fuels? Millions of years back, animals and the plants, when they died, they were covered by the rocks and the soil. And because of the temperature, humidity, pressure, and chemical reaction, they finally converted to the oil and the crude oil basically, and the gas. Coal. This coal is coming from tree only. So this crude oil is giving us petrol, diesel, natural gas. So coal, oil, natural gas, these are all fossil fuels and they are going to be depleted. They are naturally occurring, but their amount is limited. We are going to face the scarcity of these. So this picture you see, this is how the depletion of soil takes place. So these natural resources, we need to conserve or use them wisely in efficient manner, in sustainable manner. What about economic development? For that we need factories, industries. And these factories and industries, they pollute the air because they produce smoke, they produce gaseous material that are very, very harmful to us. Mostly the water in the developing country, they just go untreated to the water. So these chimneys of various industries you might have seen, especially the thermal power plant and the other industries, You will face respiratory problems, but have you ever thought about the animals? Have you thought about those living below water? That is the marine life. Because of smoke, because of smog, because of various toxic materials in the air, which are mixed with the air and then we breathe. Whatever garbage is produced, whether it is home garbage or the industrial garbage, we just dump them into landfills. If you go or if you enter Delhi from the Uttarakhand side or the UP side, you will see there is a big mountain. First, when I saw it was a mountain, but then I saw a lot of the birds flying over it, and it is so big. It's like a huge mountain. It is not a mountain. It is dump. It is garbage. So we are filling the land with the garbage. The land will be garbage because the garbage are untreated, and the diseases and the germs, everything will come because of that only. Because we are going to live in an unhealthy environment. Because even we are living in a good environment, the water can come anywhere. The effect can come anywhere. Sewage, that is human excreta, whatever we dump, what will happen? We dump it into seas and lakes. Nor it is harmful for the marine life. It is harmful for us in any way because it will be in our food chain. The fish, the aquatic plant, animals, marine life. This we are dumping without even thinking. We are dumping hot water. So this shows what we are doing. We are taking everything from the nature, but we are not giving it back. We are doing nothing to return anything to the nature. We are just feeding on it. Okay. So natural resources will get over. They are limited. We know that. What will happen to our future generation? What will happen to your kid? What will happen to your kid's kid? For example, just take an example. Coal, we have 1 kg limited all over the world. This is only one. So if we eat or use 0.9, 0.1 will be kg will be left. How our future generation will survive? So I'll give you some example of initiative. People are doing that. We are not doing everything wrong. For example, when Lalu Prasad Yadav, the Rashtriya Janata Dal Supremo in Bihar, he became railway minister, and he said, in railways, Indian railways, they said, okay, now we are going to use kulhars. Kulhars are just the cup made up of clay, soil. So the plastic and paper cups, they got replaced by the kulhars. Even if you go to Varanasi and Raebareli today, you'll see that. See, this kid is drinking using the plastic or paper cups, which is not advisable. Plastic is dangerous. It has all the chemicals. And paper cups, paper will come only because of when we cut the trees. So this is our tradition. We were drinking tea for years, decades in kulhars. Now we have got bigger. We have money, so we don't want kulhar. So if we use kulhar or any kind of this traditional way, what will we do? We will reduce the tree cutting. Because these tree, only when they are cut, they will make paper. So you don't have to cut tree for paper. So the kulhar or anything which is natural, which is made by the people like potters, they will add up to the economic development. That is, they will have some role in the economy. And then the plastic waste, because if you drink in plastic and paper cups, you are going to throw it. And that will be a plastic waste that will be there for millions of years. That is not biodegradable. So this will reduce the plastic waste. So slight change can help. So what is our role towards sustainable development? See, the big people, United Nations, our leaders, they sat and they had they sat together, made 17 SDGs. Sustainable Development Goals. They deliberated. So these all 17 points, these are on action to nations. They have to work. They have to find solution. They have to make rules and guidelines in order to remove poverty, in order to remove hunger, give good health, give quality education to the people of their country. That is not only one country has to do, everyone has to do, because even if China or India are not doing, half of the population is here only. We are 1.38 crores. China is around 1.45. So around 2 billion. We Indians are 2. The whole world population is 6 billion, and we are 2 billions and plus. So even if we are not doing, we are not working on this sustainable development goals, there is no point that even if the others are doing, because we have to protect air, water, land from pollution. We have to provide our people clean water, air, energy. This is the right to life. Everyone has to be given this. Like solar energy we can use, wind energy we can use, geothermal energy we can exploit. So we need to be good, responsible citizen, as sustainable development was given by Brundtland. So we need to become a good person, good citizen, and a very, very educated, environmentally aware kind of citizen, so that we can protect our environment, because we are living in this environment. So if you want your kids to live LIVE, then leave something for them. So there was a meeting held in New York, United Nations, and it was in 2015. So 17 SDGs were formulated. And these SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, were affecting each and every part or aspect of everyone's life, either developed, underdeveloped, or developing countries. The main thing is, every single citizen should be given a quality life. Quality education. For any kind of development, forget about sustainable development. I'm saying any kind of development or any kind of emancipation. We need education. Even if you are making food, the spices have to be cooked properly. That is the education a person has to get so that he can make food. So if you want to be, or if you want to make responsible citizen, you have to give them, or we have to get a quality education. Children who have gone to school, they are much more aware. So education helps us to become a responsible citizen. For example, we have, say, teachers who are not teaching properly, or we don't have proper classrooms, or we are not even giving the basic quality education. We are just thriving that you learn this thing, mug up and give exam. We are not thinking that a practical kind of education is important, because we have to make them as a good citizen, not as just knowing everything. So the educated individuals or kids, they will use the facilities present in their areas. They are aware of the facilities which can be exploited. They will be taught like that. So they will take their friends to their schools. Okay, let's go to school. They will help their friends in study also. If you're not getting it, okay, I'll teach you like this. And if somebody doesn't want to go to school, dropping out of the school, you can convince them. Next thing comes is clean water and sanitation. Clean water. Most of the diseases are waterborne. Waterborne diseases are so many. And then human excreta, toilet and bathroom and all these, urine. So all these are carrying diseases, germs. For example, typhoid. Every second person might have got this typhoid. This is just because of water. So all these open defecation or open excreta, human excreta, which is going on in the society, especially in the rural areas, this needs to be stopped. This is especially happening in developing and underdeveloped country. But still, if people are given toilets, if people are being given exposure to what are the harmful effects of all these open defecation and all these germs and can affect us. So we need to make them aware. We have to create awareness towards this sanitation, not all in India, but everywhere. And one more thing is, because we are a developing country, industrial pollution is a bigger problem, which is polluting the water resource also. Every pollutant goes to water, it settles in the water, and finally it comes to our food chain, and we are having it. right? If we don't have this kind of attitude, we will not be having water. See, this kind of water we will be forced to drink. Will you be able to drink this kind of water if we are doing this? You don't want your kids to drink this water. So we need to promote this awareness. We have to let everyone know that first thing, First World War, Second World War. Now the people are saying the Third World War will be on water. In between we have war on oil, but now water is everything. Affordable and clean energy. So this we are going to take in the next discussion. Till then, thank you so much. Take care of yourself.